Let's talk about emotional self-regulation in children. This is a very important thing that they learn in life, and it starts now. Whether they're 4 years old or 14 years old, we're going to teach them how to regulate their emotions. And there's a number of ways you can do that. That's why there's so much written about this. I've even written a book about emotional self-regulation in children. So there's lots of different ideas here, but let me draw attention to a few of them because your approach may change based on your child. Remember that parents are often doing good things with their kids, but sometimes parents need different good things for that child because that child has some unique needs. So we're always looking for those good things that may be different than we're currently doing that may equip this child in some significant ways. And at the National Center for Biblical Parenting, we have a biblical parenting coaching program, and we're regularly working on emotional self-regulation with children. In fact, many of the times parents come to us and say, I'm having a problem because my child is anxious or my child is angry or some emotion that's driving them. And so we have to have some solutions. So let me give you a couple of ideas that might move you in a direction to help your child. Number one, we might use the relationship tool. And some children just need more of this. Say, okay, hey, let me listen to you. Let's talk about this. So sometimes it's more talking, listening, and relationship. Sometimes parents are already using that and they're maybe overusing it and it's just not working. But if you're not using that, then you might want to work on that a little bit more. Another tool is the firmness tool. We're not going to dialogue about this. And you're having a problem. You need to go take a break, and we have a tool called the break, which is also described in other videos that I've created. So this idea of break is a very important thing that de-escalates family challenges. And so we want to keep that in mind. So those are a couple of tools. There are other tools like the coaching tool where we're saying to kids, okay, look, you can handle this. It looks like you're losing control here. Try to hold yourself together. So we're doing that as we're coaching them. But in a broader context, let me share with you a plan that we use that has provided a huge amount of success with children. One is that we are building relationship, but then we set a goal. And we say our goal is to help a person or a child. We're going to help you with your anger management, and here's why. It's a vision meeting that we have when we say, one of the things you want to do is you want to be able to manage your anger. And let me share, we're going to talk about that. We're actually going to work on it. So we set it as a goal. We might say we're going to work on self-control in regards to your anger. And that's what a lot of parents want. Or maybe the quality you want is peace, so they don't get angry as often. But both of those qualities are valuable when working on anger management with children. And we say, okay, we're going to work on this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say to children, we're going to say no to you more often, or we're going to have you wait sometimes we're going to limit sometimes your electronics, or we're going to call you away from some of the things that you like to do so that you can go into the workshop of your heart and practice the things we're going to work on. So we have to develop a plan. So then we create this T-chart, and on the T-chart on the left-hand side, the child starts writing things they're going to do and say when it comes to managing their anger. You see, now we're developing this plan, and the child's going to write things in there. I'm going to say to myself, I want to be more mature, or when I get angry, I'm upset for a long period of time. Things they want to say to themselves are going to help regulate their emotion. And they're going to do things like maybe take a deep breath. One boy, I like what he said, I'm going to get a drink of water because that relaxes your muscles, and they can start creating this list that will increase over time with lots of things on it. So they're developing a plan. So now we're doing training, not just correction. And we're working on a plan, and we're practicing some things on that plan. We're taking children to the workshop of their heart in some ways that are very powerful. I love Proverbs 25:28, which uses a spiritual tool, by the way, which is very powerful, but especially when dealing with emotions in children. It says, like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. That's Proverbs 25:20, who lacks self-control. So we target self-control. That's our goal. That's what we're working on. Let's work on this together. I'm going to coach you through this, and we use a number of tools to help children in a training kind of mentality to move them toward the goal.